but effective.
Yeah. That's fantastic. Hey, Lyndon, thanks so much for coming on, mate.
Thank you, David.
Contact
Appreciate
details for NextGen Edge are here. So schools, parents, have a check out the services there and get in touch with Lyndon if you wanted to take it further. He runs a terrific service, and there's no doubt it is very valuable for you guys to get him on board. He does a great job. Welcome to another edition of Boring But Effective. We have the champion of the youth, Lyndon Jones, joining us. He is the director and company owner of NextGen Edge. Welcome, Lyndon.
Thanks, David. Happy to be here.
Thanks for coming on, mate. Good to see you. Now, tell us, what does NextGen Edge do?
NextGen Edge is kind of founded on a few different philosophies. So it comes from my own personal lived experience. So, when I was a youngster, going through school and whatnot, I was always told like I had two options. I either had to go to uni or do a trade. And, when I say I tried every job you could think of between the ages of 17 to 26, I mean it. I did roof tiling, panel beating. I did, I was exploring being a mechanic there. I worked in administration in hospitals. I worked in sales and business. You name it, I did it.
I reckon you had to go. You had to go at some of them twice too, I reckon.
Yeah,
just to make sure.
Actually, there was a couple of times. Well, my very first job at 14 was with Domino's Pizza, and to say I left there and went back at least 4 to 5 times would be an understatement. Anyway, so I did my internship with Project Booyah, which is a place run by the local PCYC, and I think there's 11 sites across Queensland and New South Wales now, and it's a police-run initiative. So essentially, it's young people that are, I guess, maybe on the wrong side of the tracks, disengaged from school and that sort of thing, and they get into this program, and they get their lives turned around. And I found through that internship, I just had the young people there had such a profound impact on me, and I saw things that I didn't think other people saw. I just saw things in young people. And I just went, yep, this is where I want to be, And I also, looking back, had tailored a lot of my university courses to youth-based stuff. So I realized, this is my calling.
So what do you do, and what are some of the programs you do with youth development, and how do you empower them with resilience and confidence to overcome those mistakes they might have made early on and come out like you on the other side?
Yeah, so I guess it's important to note that we don't just work with young people who maybe have gone down the wrong track. We also, work with high achievers and young people that maybe are also just a bit like lacking direction. So we work with all kinds of young people. But one of the main things that I do is it's really about being led by the young person. Each young, I think we do too much in society and in schools and in a lot of systems where we kind of try to put all young people into the same box. And that's just in my opinion, it's just the fundamentally wrong way to go about it. Every young person you come across is going to be completely different to the next. Yeah. But equally, they've all got their own strengths, their own interests, their own, things that they're good at. And so I really kind of hone in on that. What is the young person in front of me good at? Or maybe they don't know what they're good at yet. So that's where I come in, and I try to help them unlock, what they're good at, what their interests are. And then we develop a plan and some goals around those things, whilst also picking up maybe some of those things that they're weaker in as well. But we do it in a kind of disguised way that they're not even conscious that we're doing that.
What's your favorite meal?
I'll be honest, I'm a bit boring, but just good old fashioned roast. Because for me, it like represents family. It represents, like most people have a roast on a Sunday, the family get together and you just chew the fat, talk about your week. So it's more than just a meal for me.
Now, if you had the opportunity to invite one person, living or deceased, to come round for a nice roast pork at your place. Who are you inviting, Lyndon?
Um, yeah, when you sent this to me to have a think about, I think I gave you your two answers. So can I give you both
You
or
can, of course, you can.
okay, cool. So the first one, like if we're talking someone famous, for me, I'm a cricket tragic. It would have to be Sir Donald Bradman.
The Don.
Um,
Yeah, he goes all
I
right. The
remember
Don.
when I was 11 years old, I did an assignment on him. I just idolized him. I thought he was, even growing up as a cricketer, my dad would quote him all the time, and I just think, you know, what he was able to achieve in the era, like pre and post World War II, just incredible. Just
Now,
incredible. And then the other one is probably a bit personal, uh, but unfortunately, my grandparents they passed. Um, all of them, they're all gone now. I think the last one was when I was in my early 20s, maybe. And so I think like my mum's dad, one last round of golf with him before roast dinner would be amazing. Um, my dad's mum, and my dad's mum and dad, they lived like basically I would go through the back fence of my school and around the corner and I'd go there 3 days a week after school until mum finished. So I remember, playing Scrabble with Nana. I was terrible. She loved it. She just loved connecting. And then my dad's dad, Papa, he actually was lucky enough to see Don play
right.
at Bowral Oval. So, give you an
Wow.
idea of how old these two people were, but they were the matriarch and patriarch of our family. They're the people that I'd want to have a roast dinner with, I think.
That sounds amazing. So just to confirm, we're having a round of golf. We're playing some
Absolutely.
Scrabble.
Bloody oath.
And then Papa's coming around and he introduces the Don as one of his stories. He said, "This is the fella
Oh,
I went and
hey, how
saw
good
down
would
at
that be?
Barrel."
Yeah.
And
How good
and,
would that be?
and then the roast pork's on and off. We're away.
Yeah.
That
That
sounds good.
that I could fair income, that could be my last day on earth, and I reckon I would be pretty content.
Financial planning stuff, that's me. Um, and yeah, thanks again, mate. Great to see you.
Thanks, David. Appreciate it.
Boring. But effective.